Welcome to the source. The source. Source. Hey, get the source.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you all had a nice Wednesday. I bet 2 baseball bets, both lost. Mariners, I believe they tied it in the ninth and still lost. And then I really liked that Tigers-Royals over. I thought that was a good bet. Clearly, it was 4-1 in the third inning, too. I was like, oh, I'm in there. Nope, final score 4-2. Could not get up and over. The struggle with Scooble's on the mound to get to an over is you got to get the runs late. Well, we got the runs early. The runs didn't come late. Toast is here. We're going to start in 8 minutes. I didn't know you were ready already.
I mean, I'm still waking up. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, but let's do this.
I mean, no, we got 8 minutes. I told everyone 11:30. So, what do you guys want to talk about in the comments? I don't even know. Is anyone even here? Let me do a test.
Who's here?
Test. Maybe the comments aren't working. Oh no, here we go. They're on the screen. I told everyone 11:30, so people probably aren't even. Also, no one likes your shitty sport.
Oh, are you talking to me? I thought you were talking to the comments for a second. I said, wait a minute. That sounded like a little personal.
No. Hold on. Toast was cooking yesterday. You had a good day yesterday?
Yeah. Very good.
Damn.
I think I only lost one bet out of... Yeah.
Jesus. We've been on a fucking rampage.
I know. Yesterday was nice. It was extra nice because like the 2 bets that I pushed 2, but it was like the Phillies first 5, and then the Astros, both of them.
Phillies gave up a run in the 5th too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or the Twins? No, the Phillies. Yeah. Did you get the
Phillies
Twins first 5?
Yeah, and the Twins scored in the 5th, so there was a little luck there. Yeah, but hey, I'll take it.
A little luck involved.
A little bit.
And Thursday Night Football, you talk to anybody who's? I haven't placed a bet yet. I think I'm just going to throw a Jets -6 down.
Everything that I've been told is you have to wait to see who's playing for the Patriots. I don't know the exact names and positions, but
it's offensive linemen.
Okay, I was going to say because all I've seen since I've woken up this morning in my couple emails from my uncle and whatnot. So.
The one tackle it looks like is going to play on Waynu. He's questionable, but he's been practicing all week. They're in a situation if the center isn't able to play. Andrews, if he doesn't play, I mean they're in a situation anyway. That offensive line is a mess. Someone said Toast the Twins manager is a clown.
Why? I guess I just want to know why. I mean, I'm not like a.
Did they blow the game? Did they blow that game?
Yes, they did. They did.
Yo, I said that on the show. We should.
We both did.
Yeah. Oh man, I was like, yo, if Toast hits his Twins versus 5, you should live bet Cleveland. I freaking said that. Why didn't I do it?
They lost it in the 10th. They lost it in the 10th. Well, it ended up being tied in the 7th, and then Twins scored 2 in the 10th, and Cleveland scored 3.
Cleveland just whatever. Doesn't matter if they're down; they're just gonna win.
Especially at home.
TWD says, "Oh look, now everyone loves Toast again." Wait till March Madness.
It's like this, brother. I mean, trust me.
Literally 3 bad days. You'll see comments like, "I don't know why Toast is even on this show."
Yep.
This is how it goes, man.
Or you'll get the classic. After I've been hot and then I lose one day. I haven't even been betting baseball, but good to see everybody still losing.
Oh, shit. All right, we got 4 minutes. Okay, Dodgers in Miami. Hairston said he had Cleveland money line, and then he saw you on Twins first five, and he added Twins first five and hit them both. There you go. That's what's up.
That works.
What's your guys' strategy after a big winning day? Do you lean and double down? It actually should be the opposite. I mean, what happened yesterday shouldn't impact.
I was gonna say, yeah, and nothing changes for me. I don't have it. That's the only thing that I don't like is like when people ask me like, I shouldn't say I don't like it, but like when somebody asks me what's your favorite bet of the day, like I literally don't have one. Like I mean, yeah. There's no. I mean, every once in a while, yeah, I like a play more than the others, or I'll say like the Dodgers because it's the one that always cashes. But like yesterday, like it was really hard. I mean, I had a whole bunch of first five plays that all were kind of equal. Like it's not like I liked Framber more than Bailey Ober. I think I thought they were both good spots, but it's just hard to do it like that. Like, and then you start putting yourself in your like way out risking units where you never would have been in the first place just because you had a winning day. It's just crazy.
Yeah. And the football posts on the weekends, I do put a post up on Saturday and Sunday mornings. It's like, here are my top 4 bets or whatever, parlay of the day, only because that's just to prevent the thousands of DMs I'm going to get.
Oh, yeah.
I don't ever look at it like, here are my favorite 3. But
especially because like, and I can only imagine too, especially someone like you. I mean, I get like 20 messages a week. Yours probably like 200.
It's a lot. I'm pretty dismissive though, so like people like get it like, oh, okay, yeah, I won't. I mean, I have a lot of unanswered ones. I try to put out content. My content derives on like the questions I'm asked over and over again. So like I try when I make a video to be like, okay, what questions does everyone always ask? I'll try to answer them all in this video. That way, if you watch the video, whatever question you were about to ask, it should have been answered in the video. Yeah, I got a bunch of CLV on all my football bets, but I did last week as well.
I hate that. That sucks so bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Obviously, if you consistently do that, you'll win. But I also don't know. Is the show getting enough views where like I'm the reason for the CLV? I don't think so. I don't know.
There's no way it doesn't. I mean, that's part. I mean, I'm not trying to make a case that it's a big part of it. It's got to be a small part of it. Yeah. I mean, not that I mean, and we could be way wrong here, and if it is, so be it. But I mean, and I'm kind of making a joke, but I didn't, because I'm not the one that said it. But like my kicking props, I gave out the coup kicking prop, and within 15 minutes, it moved 5 cents.
Well, like, I can see those markets because if our show we did more props, we could definitely move it because there's just smaller, more volatile market.
Yeah, you're right.
But as far as like Kansas -3, like that's going to be a tough one to move. I don't care how many viewers you have.
I think you have a better chance of moving Kansas -3 than you have moving like Patriots to 7.
Yeah. Well, I was saying a big time football game, Patriots, Kansas. You're not like I could have 50,000 live viewers. I don't think I'd move that motherfucker. There's a lot of action in on that.
Yeah.
But like if I did like gave out like a hits run and RBI prop in the Giants Diamondbacks game, I bet you I can move it in like the peak of our live show.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever experience fear of gambling where you lose so much you're scared to place another bet when you I mean, I guess I'm sure everyone experiences that kind of feeling at some point, but honestly, I bet so conservatively that like when I have a terrible day and like you see me on here upset, I'm more so upset that you guys lost money than because I truly bet 1% units. So if I have a terrible day, lose 5 units. It's like, it's okay. It's 5% of my bankroll. It's all right. I'll get it back in the next 4 weeks. I'm not worried about my money so much because I bet very conservatively. What I am worried about is when because I know you guys are freaking freaks, man. You guys bet a lot. You guys will be going there. Like, I'll get DMs like, I got $200 left in my bankroll. I'm letting it all ride on something. What should what should I put it on? Like, dude, nothing. Put down $10 on something. Do not put your last $200 on. Oh, it's 11:31. My bad. All right. So why is my mic loud? Hold on one sec. I feel like I'm blowing these people's ears out. That's why I have the gain turned up 10 decibels. Not sure why I have that. All right. Usually Prop Beaver's been producing the show. I haven't done it very often. So we got 12 baseball games. We're going to go through them now. We'll do all the baseball, and then later at 4 p.m. we'll do the NFL game, the college football game tonight. Let's go App State. I like App State tonight. And then we're going to go through some extra stuff, too. So we'll probably go through like 10, 11 football games tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern time if you want to come back. But for now, let's talk baseball. Apparently, Toast is the new superstar of this network, according to my comments. So, Giants, Orioles, Baltimore, Zach Eflin at home, Logan Webb on the road, splits-wise. This is
But, and there's a big but.
What's the but?
Baltimore can't score. And if you can't score, you can't win. So San Francisco first 5 for me at plus 115, or sorry, plus 114. Let me double check that price. Oh my God, it's plus 130 now. Woo! So lost a little CLV on that one. So, but I still, nothing changes for me. Zach Eflin's been fine. I'm not trying to make a case that he hasn't been, but he's also seeing teams like Tampa Bay, Colorado, Boston. All three of those teams we know are essentially dead on arrival. He did pitch really well against Detroit. I will give him that. But at the same time, this Giants team is scoring runs right now, especially over the last couple nights. I don't know what it is after that road trip, but they got absolutely embarrassed at home against the Padres and Brewers. And these first 2 games out of this road trip, they are scoring runs at 15 total runs, obviously 10 runs the other night. I just felt like this pitching matchup was more even, especially considering the fact that Baltimore is not scoring runs. So, and not to mention the fact that Logan Webb, his last 5 starts, I mean, San Diego twice, Miami, Milwaukee, and the White Sox. And I know that at the surface, that doesn't really impress anybody, but keep in mind, the White Sox are one of those teams over the last 30 days that are like at least top 10 in baseball at hitting. Milwaukee, a really good team, especially at home. Miami, another team that's surprisingly a top 10 team in baseball over the last couple of weeks hitting the ball. And then obviously we know that the Padres are just winning every single night. So it's really hard for me to look at what Logan Webb is pitching against and be like, man, yeah, he's given up, he's going 6 innings, giving up 3 or 4 runs every time. But at the same time, that level of competition compared to Baltimore right now is head and shoulders. So, I lost to CLV, and I'm dead serious when I say I'm going to put another half a unit at plus 130. That price, in my opinion, that price is dead wrong.
Someone's saying Baltimore can't get swept, right? And if you go back to the 2022 season and watch this show, you'll hear me saying that, like, nah, they're not going to get swept. I said that like, the Ravens aren't going to go 0-3. I've abandoned that way of thinking, honestly. Every single instance is an individual instance, and I'm not saying it's like wrong or right. I'm just saying like I used to say shit like that too, and I don't like that anymore.
No, it's funny that you said that though, because I thought the same thing. I was like, God damn it, the Ravens are 0-2, and now it's like literally a +1 or a -1. Like, I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah, because you can play that game across the board. You can say,
I know.
Oh, the Ravens aren't going to go 0-3, or you could say Dak's not going to lose 2 consecutive home games.
Yep.
You could say the same thing across the board. So one of those things is going to happen. I can assure you.
Something has to happen.
So according to the poll, we're on the Baltimore. By the way, 54%, 53%, 37%. So actually, the viewers still believe in the O's.
What's wrong with that?
Twins, Cleveland. Woods Rich against Twins first 5 Cleveland full game. Blind. That's just how Cleveland rolls.
This is going to be Cleveland or pass for me. I'm probably going to make a small bet on Cleveland. This will be the 3rd time that Cleveland sees Woods Richardson. Nothing special. He's actually been pitched pretty well against them, but he's really fallen off. I don't know if it's just the rigors of the first full MLB season for him or whatnot, but he's only going literally 3 innings, 4 1/3, 3 2/3, 4 2/3. He's not making it past the 5th inning in any of his starts. And his last 4 starts, he's given up 4, 3, 2, and 3 to Cincinnati, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, and Atlanta. Again, just not a guy that I can really put very much trust in right now. Not to mention Duran has went back-to-back nights. They had a couple other guys that have worked. Cleveland's seen them a lot the last couple nights as well. And then as far as on the Cleveland side, Cantillo, not a guy that I'm like really in love with, but his home starts have been somewhat decent. Another five innings, no runs against Tampa Bay. And then he had a somewhat decent start against Baltimore where they scored 3 runs, but it was more, I felt like it was a little bit more lucky than anything. And you have a Cleveland bullpen that I mean, again, I don't even really look at it that much because it doesn't really matter because they just continue to perform. But sure, just for the record, Class A worked yesterday, Gaddis worked yesterday, Cade Smith, that's their top 3 arms, but they all had the previous day off. They're fighting for a wild card spot the division lead if Kansas City keeps on losing. So regardless, all those guys are going to be rested and available. And again, I just continue to preach it. Cleveland at home, 47-28 on the year. This team just really doesn't lose at home. So Cleveland money line. It'll be a small half unit play, but I will be on Cleveland today.
Someone commented on the hat. So this is my idea for the videos in the future. I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be split into 2 halves, and the first one's why you should bet the Bills, and then halfway through the video, I'll do one of these, and then it'll be like why you should bet the Commanders. And the idea of it is to get people thinking like that they should be looking at both sides. Like you should consider if your handicap seems completely one-sided, that means you probably didn't take an objective view on it. So it's to get people thinking the right way that you're supposed to be. Whatever. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. 64% on Cleveland. So our viewers are definitely on the Guardians there.
My son noticed yesterday that all my green in my hats don't show up because of the green screens, and my monster doesn't go green. Like all my good green doesn't show up on the show. It's very sad.
Oh, I could take the green off.
Oh, it's not a big deal. It was something that we just noticed that I'd never paid attention to before.
Prop Beaver keeps the green on the cameras because a lot of people that come on have the green screen.
Right, exactly. That's why I was saying that, and so I never noticed it before. And then I was like,
put your monster up again. Oh shit! Hold on. Let's see.
And then
put it up again. There you go. It's good now.
Yeah, that's good because my hat's green, the same color green.
All right, I turned it off so you can see the green now. All right. So, next game, Braves, Reds. Let's go Reds, man. Didn't get it done last night. I actually thought they were going to come back there for a second.
Yeah, it was a lot closer game than 7-1 at the end of the night. I mean, it definitely didn't feel that way. Let me just double check. I just want to see what the price is this morning on the Braves. I'm not going to be betting this game. Yeah, I'm going to be priced out. I'm just not at a point. I'm not. It's Chris Sale. He's won the Cy Young. That's the only thing that's kind of like holding me back is I don't know. Yeah, this is a pass for me. I really, really want to bet Cincinnati at a big plus price with just because the reason behind that is I feel like Chris Sale's already wrapped up the Cy Young. And he's going to go out there and pitch well, but then he's probably going to only go 6 innings or something like that. And then you're going to have multiple shots at that Atlanta bullpen. Again, I can't pay -1.5 at -130 for the Braves right now. I understand that they won 7-1 yesterday, but I felt like the game was more like the night before where it was 5-6. So if the Braves really haven't scored the last couple nights at all. In the 7th inning, they scored 3 runs last night. They scored a lot of runs late last night, but besides that, it hasn't been very impressive. So I just can't really do it. So I think the Braves win, but am I willing to pay that price? No. If I could get there with Cincinnati, I really would, but I just can't do it. So it'd be Reds or pass, but it'd probably be a death sentence to fade Chris Sale right now.
I think it would be Braves -1.5 for pass. Same thing I said yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
If Aguilar was like somewhat decent at home, it would make the decision a lot easier, but he hasn't been that great. So
Kumar Rocker, home start. Well, who won this game last night? I didn't watch a second of this.
Toronto won 2-1 or 2-0 or something like that.
Oh, sounds like an exciting one.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure Lindy had a Bo Bichette home run prop. Did he hit one by chance? I threw on Lindy's show for a few minutes and I caught a Bo Bichette clip.
Bo Bichette wasn't. Bo Bichette's hurt. There's no way there's no way.
Whoops. Maybe I was watching an old episode. I could have sworn he said Bo Bichette yesterday. I might be bugging.
He might have. I mean, I don't know if he's like been how long he's been hurt. I haven't been paying attention. But as far as this game goes, Texas
Rangers won 2-0, by the way, apparently, according to the comments.
What did I say? Texas.
You said Toronto. I mean, you can tell none of us had action on that
Toronto
game.
Logs, that's why. Okay, my bad.
Bo Bichette played, somebody said. Bichette is playing. See? I knew I heard Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette did not play yesterday. God damn it.
What the fuck? Are you sure?
Yes. I'm looking at it right now. Springer, Schneider, Guerrero, Kirk, Horowitz, Clement.
Bro, someone tag Lindy in the tweet, bro. He's giving out Bo Bichette. I swear to God, he said Bo Bichette. I'm not doing drugs here. I put it on and he said Bo Bichette on the show.
Now we're gonna look at the lineup for today.
I'm gonna go find that after this. I'd be like, tweet Lindy. I didn't bet this, partially because he wasn't playing and the market didn't exist. But what the hell? Lindy goes to freaking Scotland and just loses everything.
Okay, it's not. I guess he was supposed to play. He got scratched because of a scrape on his right finger.
I'm done. I'm done with Lindy, bro. Done.
So I guess he's 50-50 to be in the lineup today. But anyway, Rangers first 5 money line -125 for me. I saw what I needed to see from Kumar Rocker against Seattle. The dude is just absolutely electric. It's like I told you guys when we first talked about this kid. I watched like a 20-minute video on his slider, and more than two or three people that I respect a lot in Major League Baseball said that he probably has one of, if not the best slider in baseball already. And now we're getting Kevin Gausman, usually a guy that we want to bet on the road at times, but he has really fallen off, especially this year, not to mention the fact that his history against this Rangers team over the last couple of years, 13 total innings, 7 runs, 10 hits, 9 walks. So he's really not pitching, doesn't really pitch well against this team in general. Not to mention the fact that his last couple road starts, Minnesota, he pitched well against, but Minnesota's been kind of dead. He didn't really look good in Atlanta, and he had a decent start against the Angels, but it is what it is. But I think that Texas is playing really good baseball right now. I know that they're 5-5 their last 10, but they also have 2 losses to Seattle where they just essentially let their pitching staff just took them away from them, losing 4-5. So if you put those 2 wins in there or just one of them, it looks a little bit better for them, but they are scoring runs. And yesterday, another game where everybody came together. It was a team win for Texas. So again, I want to back Rocker. I don't want to deal with that bullpen. And I honestly think that Texas has a pretty big advantage in this first 5 with Rocker over Gausman. So, yeah, Texas first 5 for me.
I don't know. I think this is a Toronto spot. I mean, I know Gausman, look, is not a bet-on guy anymore, but I'm looking at the bullpens. Texas is going to have no Robertson, no Yates, or at least they both pitch back-to-back nights, so I assume they're not going to be available. I mean, if Toronto's able to get 2 off Rocker, they probably win, right?
Probably.
I think Toronto would be the play here. I'm not going to bet it though.
I will give you that I don't expect Rocker to go very long. So like that's why part of the reason why I stuck to the first 5, because I do think that he pitches well, but he probably only goes 4 or 5 innings max.
Let's move on to the next one. I want to find one to bet today. We got football on tonight, but I'll throw down some MLB. I can find something that tickles my fancy. All right, next up. Schmitty.
I got one in the Mets game you're gonna like.
Okay. Me and Andy are worried about the Mets game tonight, though.
Well, I've already bet it, so have no fear.
So Yanks Mariners. I lost a bet on this one. I had Mariners money line. Thought it was.
Oh my God! Did you see it?
No.
Did you see what happened?
I saw you tweet about it.
Okay, so Julio is on third base.
What's the situation?
What is it? Bottom 10.
So it's 2-1.
Yep, it's 2-1. It's the bottom of the 10th. I want to say the bases were loaded, but if not, it was second and third minimum.
How many outs?
Randy Rosarmina comes up to the plate. He strikes out so bad that his bat goes flying down the line. Julio dodges the bat, runs around like he's like, oh, I missed it. And the third base coach is like, you fucking moron, get back to the fucking bag. And the Yankees throw him out, double play.
Wait, I don't get it. Why? How did he get what? I didn't even understand that description. So he throws the bat, he dodges the bat, and what did he do? That's the part of the story.
Dodges the bat. The third base coach is yelling at the top of his lungs, get back to the bag.
So why isn't he getting back?
no one knows.
What? I
No
gotta
one
watch
knows.
it. I gotta watch it.
And then so Austin Wells throws him out, double play, and then Justin Turner strikes out. And that was the first time in the last 50 years in Major League Baseball that a team had the tying run on third with nobody out in the ninth inning or later, and they lose them without putting a freaking ball in play. Didn't put a ball in play.
So I deserve the win, basically. So I got shafted.
Dude. Oh, yeah. That being said, you guys can all hate me. Seattle money line -108. The Yankees just clinched a playoff spot yesterday. Seattle's been embarrassed a couple days in a row at home. I think they could bounce back and get this one. Not to mention the fact that Logan Gilbert in his career, like at home against the Yankees, has been absolutely torched. And the fact that this line is still I got Seattle at -108 not long ago, and it's moving up a tiny bit, gives me even more confidence that this is the play. So I don't know who's going to be available for the Yankees today. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple guys had the day off, especially being they're on a trip right now, so on the West Coast road trip. So I think they go to Oakland next. But regardless, I just think that this is a spot for Seattle to get one finally. Not to mention watching all the Yankee videos last night, they're got to be hungover.
In the comments, people are saying Vegas executives were watching. It's a Vegas game, saying that was a rigged play. Guys, it's the Yankees. They had 80% of the tickets, so they would have rigged it to give away a bunch of money to Yankees players. They lost. If you want to say Vegas, they lost. They needed the Mariners to win to clean out the. Never mind. All right, 61% on the Yankees.
Every time somebody says Vegas to me, I said, well, what about the other 49 states?
I don't know why it's Vegas. I mean, sportsbooks are based all over the place.
They made the call, Kyle. They made the call.
They made the call and decided we're going to give out a lot of free money to the public right now. All right, Dodgers -240, Marlins +200. All right, Jack Flaherty about to get sparked.
The total has me thrown off. Went from 8.5. Now it's moving down to 8.
Real quick, someone wanted to know if you had to place a bet on the total in Yankees Mariners. It's at 7.5.
No, it's at 7, and it'd be over. If it's at 7, which it is on most books, it would be over. But oh man, yeah, that's gross. Yeah, that's really gross. As far as this Dodgers game's concerned, it would be over or pass. But again, that total dropping to 8 from 8.5 and making the 8.5 plus money just kind of scares me a little bit. So I think I'm going to end up passing on it. Flaherty has been pretty good for the Dodgers. So I guess that's why I'm just confused, not to mention the fact that Cabrera's been really good for Miami as well, but the Dodgers' history against his history against the Dodgers is just terrible, including a start this year where he only made it 2 innings and gave up 4 runs. So I don't have a reason to believe that the Dodgers don't get to him. But at the same time, I mean, Mookie Betts, pretty good history off him, has a homer off him. Max Muncy has a homer off of him as well. But the books don't make that move unless they have a reason. So this is going to end up being a pass for me. I don't really want to get involved. That total moving down kind of scares everything for me. Not to mention the fact, anytime I see the Dodgers line go from 230 to 220 or whatever, and you know that everybody's betting them, and I'm well aware that everybody bets the Dodgers every day, but usually the line moves in other ways than that. So all this has something to do. It'd be Miami or pass for me, to be honest with you guys. With the total moving down and that price staying at -225 or so for the Dodgers, it would be Miami or pass for me.
Hey man, it's tough. It's tough to argue with an over in this ballpark that they've been catching such an insane rate. All right, let's go to the next one. It's like 74% hit rate on the over in Miami. That's so crazy. All right, Red Sox, Rays, such an ugly series. Yeah. The Red Sox ended up winning. I saw that it was tied 1-1 for a while.
They won last night 2-1.
A real scorcher.
Yep, it was. like I said, I don't really want to bet this series. This game would be raise or pass for me. Bayo has pitched really good his last 7 starts. He had a blow up against the Mets and I think Arizona when Arizona was killing everybody. But Bayo's been really good. My issue with that is that he's never pitched well against Tampa in his career, really. A lot of 6-inning, 3, 4, 5-run performances. And I understand that this is a little bit of a different Tampa Bay team, but they still have a lot of the same pieces. And I'm just not at a spot where, like I said, I don't really trust either team. But I will say that Zach Littell is pitching really, really good for Tampa Bay as well. My issue with that is that he hasn't given up a run in his last couple starts. But, I mean, even going back into last month, I mean, he was pitching really good against Houston, twice, Baltimore, Cincinnati. So I would assume Zach Littell pitches well here too. I wouldn't mind an under, I guess, in this game, like a first 5 under. I'm sure both pitchers probably pitch well, but with the total being at 7.5, if you can get a 4.5, let's see. Jesus, it's -140. Yeah. It's a pass.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to find something for it. It's raise or pass or under for pass.
I can tell you, I'm not tailing whatever you say. You could have been like, this is my favorite bet of the year, and I'm not tailing on this.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have no interest in betting this series at all.
Yeah, same. Someone said best website for MLB analytics. I mean, if you're
depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'd say the most basic though. If you're, I don't want to say like beginner, but if you're like just like really getting into handicapping the games, I think Fangraphs is the most.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea. Is if you can figure out how to run your boards on Fangraphs.
Yeah.
Then move on to the next thing.
I think what's Baseball Savant might be a little bit more in depth and better, but Baseball Savant, if you're not really familiar with MLB analytics, it can be really confusing. Because even early this year, I was on Baseball Savant and I was like, shit, I don't even know how to like implement some of this data.
Well, and some of it's kind of like convoluted stuff that like can be cool, but at the same time, do you really need to know?
Does it really help you win bets? Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. It's time for Grimace. And obviously, we already know. Actually, I don't know if the whole world's going to be on the Mets here. It is Taijuan Walker. I kind of feel like Taijuan Walker is going to deal here, and it scares the shit out of me.
Well, I can tell you right now, if he deals and I lose, good riddance. Mets first 5-run line, I got it last night at +100. Let's see what it is right now. Probably still the same. Yep, still the same. Nothing changes for me. We have a red-hot Mets team not having to travel, facing a Philadelphia team that just played a pretty decent series against a pretty tough series against Milwaukee, and they're starting Taijuan Walker. I'm done. Like, if I lose because I lose a start to Taijuan Walker with Severino at home and the Mets scoring 20 runs a freaking game, so be it. Mets first 5-run line, I'm not going to overthink this.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm saying, like, I don't
say less.
Taijuan Walker deals, they can have my $100 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, just you gotta admit, Taijuan Walker on the road at Citi Field, the Mets just scored 25 runs. Phillies at +115 is like razor sharp. You're crazy.
I mean, he does have decent history against the Mets. He has faced the Mets twice this year. He's went like 9 total innings, only given up 4 runs. So I don't want to make it seem like Taijuan Walker against the Mets is like a bomb waiting to go off. But at the same time, if you've watched Taijuan Walker pitch at all in the last 2 months, you know exactly what we're talking about. So,
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm actually a little shocked to see him getting a start in this rotation.
I felt the same way. I checked it 3 times last night before I went to bed. To make
know
sure
what it sets up as far as Mets fans go. This is a must-win game for the Mets. You have to take this one at home against Taijuan Walker. You got to take this one. Because, I mean, after this, you're going to see Wheeler. You're going to see Nola. You're going to see Ranger Suarez.
You're not going to see Wheeler and Nola. They just pitched. You got lucky.
Who's going to pitch the other 2 games? You see Ranger Suarez.
Ranger, and then probably Colby Allard or somebody of that nature.
No, you'll see Wheeler. Maybe not Nola. You'll see Neil Wheeler at the end of this. It's a 4-game series.
Okay, maybe the very end of the game. Yes, maybe the last game. Sure. But you won't get them both.
We're not going to see Nola in this series, Andy. He just pitched. And he goes, that's good.
They don't call him the best color commentator in the nation for nothing, guys.
Fly ball. Caught. It's like a screamer line drive makes a diving catch. Fly ball. Caught. What the hell happened to my poll here? All right. Pirates Cardinals is up next. Damn, sorry.
Shout out Cards.
Yeah, Cards came through for you back-to-back days now.
Back-to-back days. Easiest pass on one of the easiest passes on the board for me right here. Don't trust Eric Fetty as far as I can throw him. He had one good start against Seattle. It's nothing that's really terrible. It's just so shaky. The walks, he continues to have trouble walking guys. It's always like 3 or 4 walks when he pitches, and it's just always seems like he's like walking on a tightrope out there. Not to mention the fact that I've won back-to-back nights on St. Louis. I don't want to keep on pushing that button.
Yeah.
And Luis Ortiz hasn't pitched well his last couple starts at home, but his last three road starts, he's actually been pretty damn serviceable. And they were at Cleveland, at Texas, and at the Padres, which 2 of those 3 teams, the Cleveland and Texas, Cleveland and the San Diego, really hard teams to pitch against. So I actually think that he's a little bit of advantage with Ortiz on the road compared to Eric Fetty.
Pirates bullpen is actually weirdly taxed for a team that just lost 2 in a row.
I know, it's an absolute joke. So you took the wording right out of my mouth. I would love to try to get out here and try to get to a Pirates bet, but their bullpen's all messed up. I don't even know. Not to mention the fact that it's terrible. So yeah, it's Pirates or pass. There's no way I'm betting it though. But there's just no way in hell I'm laying minus 145 with Eric Fetty at home. There's no way.
Pirates or pass at plus 118. After losing 2 in a row, I could see that. I'll write this one down. Maybe consider the
Pirates have lost 3 in a row to St. Louis, by the way. This is their last.
This is it's a 4-game series.
So they don't want to get mopped.
No,
as they call it.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. Actually, the Pirates are so bad.
I know.
They're such a shit organization. All right, next up, Arizona on the road in Milwaukee.
Okay, I'm going to do this, and I did this, and I really, really hope they don't make me regret this. Arizona money line. I know they're coming out of Coors. I get it. But, huge but. Milwaukee, another one of those teams that clinched a playoff berth last night. Not really sure if we're going to see a full Milwaukee lineup in there. I'm not trying to make a case that they're going to sit Chiriot, Contreras, and Adames. I'm not trying to make that case. But you might see 2 of those guys out of the lineup, maybe one of them. It doesn't matter. Even if they're all in the lineup, so be it. I just think that this is a really good spot for Arizona. I understand that Brendan Pfaadt hasn't played well. I also feel like there's a reason that they're a minus 120 favorite in this spot coming out of Coors. So I get that Pfaadt hasn't looked great, but at the same time, again, I don't like this spot for Milwaukee. I guess that's all I can tell you guys. There's nothing that I can really say that Pfaadt's been pitching out of his mind because he hasn't. But I hate the spot for Milwaukee. Milwaukee really isn't scoring runs right now. I keep on preaching that they find ways to win because of their pitching staff. There's no way about that. But at the same time, over the last 14 days, Milwaukee's 21st in WRC plus, 19th in OPS, 21st in WOBA. At home over the last 14 days, 29th in all those categories. Over the last 30 days, 24th, 25th, and 25th. Milwaukee is not scoring at Red America or at home. What do they call that place anymore? But anyway, they're not scoring at home. So if there's a spot that Brandon Pfaadt should pitch well here today, it is in this one. Not to mention there's only a couple lefties in that lineup. And if Terang or Garrett Mitchell or Bowers sits or whatever, there's going to be even more. And that's less lefties in the lineup. I think that Pfaadt should be able to pitch well here against a whole bunch of righties in that Milwaukee lineup, and a Milwaukee lineup that's not scoring at home. So I think the price told me everything I needed to know about this. I hate that I want to bet this. I hate that I bet the Snakes, but I did bet Arizona this morning.
And someone said, you were talking about it before, Terrell Bigelow said, teams that celebrate after clinching usually lose. Look at the trend. And yeah, Toast was talking about that earlier with the Mariners. So I guess this is another spot. Sounds good.
Again, not like a huge bet, but I did bet Arizona.
All right. The viewership agrees 53%, 34% on the Snakes. Next up, Corby.
Yeah.
Corby and Wrigley.
Yep. Let me double check.
Isn't it funny how people have come around to Patrick Corbin now?
I just want to be on record. I never gave you shit for that, ever.
He's a gamer.
So I knew in my head that if you played Patrick Corbin every start at home and away, you're you're still up money. And I know that sounds crazy, but you are.
It's just when he loses so bad. But like it still only counts as one loss. It's not like you lose extra money if they get beat 15-2. Like you still lose the same, still that one unit.
Yeah. So I'll be on the Nats here. I just want to get the right price. Oh yeah, it wasn't even a question for me. Chicago has looked like crap. Chicago has looked like absolute doo-doo. Nats money line plus 146 on FanDuel. First of all, Corby, as my friend Kyle would like to call him, has been pitching really well. He had a blow-up start in Pittsburgh, which we just talked about. That happens. 6 innings, 1 run against Miami, 5 2/3, 2 runs against Miami again. And again, Miami is hitting the ball really well right now. It's not a pushover. Okay, how about the New York Yankees? Well, he went 6 innings scoreless. 6 innings, 1 run against Colorado. 4 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs against Philadelphia as well. So to say that Corby is pitching well is kind of an understatement. The dude's actually coming out and shoving every night that he's out there. Not to mention on the other side, Javier Assad, a definition of average. One of those guys is going to give you 5 or 6 innings, going to give you 3 or 4 runs, just like he did earlier this month or like 2 weeks ago against Washington. He went in on the road in Washington and went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits and 3 runs. The Cubs did not see Patrick Corbin in that series, so they haven't seen Patrick Corbin all year this year. And then you flip it over to the bullpens. Again, Washington's bullpen is terrible, but they do have a couple new guys like Salazar and Ferrier or something like that. The Ferrier guy is really good. He really pumps it in there fast. But they're all rested and ready.
Like that bullpen's bad, but they got Salazar and Ferrier. Like, oh shit.
The Salazar guy's pumping like a 1.6 ERA. Like he's been performing out of his mind. But my point being is that all those guys are rested and ready to go behind Patrick Corbin. And the Cubs bullpen, they used Jorge Lopez was on the injured list. He pitched yesterday, so I doubt he's available. Nate Pearson went 33 yesterday. They used everybody in their bullpen besides Porter Hodge, and we're only going to see Porter Hodge if it's a save opportunity anyway. I just feel like Washington has every advantage in this game. They just got everybody. No one's going to want to bet Washington after they just lost 20-1 the last 2 nights against the Mets. I don't think that happens here tonight. Not to mention the fact, guys, that Chicago isn't playing good baseball right now. Chicago's 5-5 their last 10. If you break it down to their last 7 games, they're 2-5 their last 7, including 2 losses to Colorado, 2 losses to Oakland. So it's not like they're playing like good teams and losing. They're playing the dog shit teams of the divisions and they're still losing. So the fact that the Cubs are this big of a favorite is an absolute joke. Nats up.
Nah, Corbin and Wrigley. Oh shit! All right. Corbin and Wrigley.
That price is crazy, dude. That price is insane.
I mean, Assad does suck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then people think the Cubs at home is like some bet on thing, and I don't get it.
Someone said Corby's in trouble tonight.
From who?
I mean, so he does get into trouble sometimes.
Oh, I'm not saying that he doesn't, but the
Cubs were hitting for a while, but let's not act like it's crazy that the Cubs lineup has now gone cold. I mean, the Cubs can go cold with the best of them. The Cubs are really good at going cold. They're one of the best I've seen at going cold, that lineup. All right, so next up is, last game, Angels-Astros. Ooh, a division rivalry. Jose Suarez pitching against Kikuchi in Houston, minus 295 is crazy for an Astros team coming off the San Diego series. Would only be Angels plus 1.5 or something, right?
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. If you wanted to take a small chance on the Angels, I wouldn't hate it. But there's no way. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but Yeah, I just think that the price is that's kind of ridiculous for a Houston team that, not to mention they just saw this Angels team and it was in Anaheim and it was 5-3, 5-3, 6-4. And I know that you're going to say to yourself, well, Toast, they won all those games by 2 runs. The Astros did. Yeah, that Astros also were getting themselves into a lot of trouble. They needed some late innings heroics in some of those games as well. So Astros, I think they scored 1 in the 9th, one of those games, and then I think they scored 2 or something later in one of them. But my point being is that if you were betting the Astros those nights against the Angels, at no point were you like, oh yeah, sweat free bet right here. Like that just didn't happen. So again, Kikuchi has been pitching decent, but at the same time, his last couple starts, he's been more helped by the offense than anybody. I mean, 7 innings, he just pitched against this Angels team. He went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs. He gave up 4 to Arizona. He gave up 3 to Baltimore. And we all know Baltimore can't hit to save their life. So that's more like 6 in my head. He did pitch really well against Kansas City, but he doesn't have a great history against Angels. To be dead honest with you guys, if you can get an Angel, let's take a look really quickly. An Angels team total, if it's at like 2.5 or 3.5, might be worth a little bit of a look. But besides that, it's a pure pass.
People asking about the Corbin hat. It's upstairs. What I do is I bring like 10 hats down in the rotation down to the office, but then after I've worn them all, I bring them upstairs and then bring back 10 new ones. So the Corbin hat is not currently down here. It's upstairs.
Angels team total over 2.5 minus 140. Probably going to put 0.6 units on it, just because it's such a low number.
Not 0.7, but 0.6.
0.6 to win 0.5. It's easy math. Actually, no, that'd be 0.7. It'd be 0.7 actually.
Yeah. So Angels team total over with a lean there. All right. A couple things. Number 1, I already said we'll be back at 4 p.m. to talk football. Number 2, I'm saying this loud and clear because I was criticized for not announcing it enough last week, even though I posted it everywhere. If you want to get in the league, you have to have your picks submitted either on the website or in the Discord. You'll see the spot to do it by 7 p.m. tonight. If you don't get your pick in for tonight, then you start the week off minus 1 unit. This is me announcing it. I posted in the Discord and I posted on the site. So I don't know how else I can announce it, honestly. So I'm announcing it so everyone knows. 7 p.m. is the deadline. You have 1 pick tonight. Submit it on the website or in the Discord. All right. Community parlay. Let's do it.
Did you put it on your Twitter?
No, because I don't like putting it on Twitter because then it looks like I'm trying to sell people to get people to sign up. When it's really, I'm trying to announce it to the people that are in our community. But if you say it to people that aren't signed up on the website, then it seems like you're trying to get them to. And I'm not a salesperson. Like, I don't.
No, I get. And the only reason that I said that is because I know a lot of people check Twitter.
No, I know. But if you put it on Twitter, people will be like, oh, do I have to pay? And it's like, well, if you're not subscribing to the website, then this wasn't for you. It's for the people in our community that are participating in the league. Yeah. That's who that's for. All right, let's do community parlay.
Community parlay, the parlay we bet, yeah. Community parlay is for the community. We community, making a parlay. Yeah.
Sly Zach, you won your division last week, but you lost in the championship to J-Law. J-Law had the Falcons money line on Monday night. Woo! So you did. So Sly Zach, you did win your division, but once you win your division on Sunday, you have to. The division winners compete on Monday Night Football. So you actually lost in the championship. But you did win your division.
But he also had Falcons money line. So even if you would have picked Falcons plus 5.5, you still would have lost.
Yeah, Falcons money line.
Gambled.
He went for it.
He got it.
Yeah, he deserves every. I got his trophy. I got to mail it out. Dude's in Canada, so I have to.
I was just about to say good luck with that international shipping.
Yeah, I've never done it before. And I'm going to send Andy to the post office.
It should be the same.
Yeah. So, but you asked, what do you win? $150 cash and that trophy. I have a whole box of these Sauce Network football handicapping trophies. A whole box of them. Shit. All right. So anyway, let's do the community parlay.
I do think by the time the end of the season, people are going to be happy that they have one.
Well, that's what people are saying. It's like, I don't care about the $150. I want that trophy.
Yeah.
Yo, because one thing I've learned is gamblers. Hold on, let me get the thing going first. Because gambling is painted in such a negative light that people would like that kind of shit, so they could show some people like, no, look, I actually do this. Like, I'm good at like I won a competition. I feel like people would like it, like to get recognized for winning something. I think it's cool. All right, cast your votes.
And a couple people have asked me why I don't do the league because I literally just will forget, and I don't want to do picks on one day and then forget for 2 days, and then it just be a whole bunch of red and be useless. So
Yeah, well, that's the thing in the league is if you miss a day, it counts as losses. So I set the amount of bets. Like tonight's just one bet. There's 2 games. There's an NFL and a college football game. You get one bet. You can pick which game you want to bet. On Saturday, so if you miss today, it counts as a loss for you. On Saturday, there's 4 bets, and Sunday, NFL, 4 bets you submit. So if you miss college football Saturday, it counts as 4 losses, 2 1 units and 2 half units. So a lot of times people will miss a day, and then on the standings, it looks like they're down 3 units, but really they just missed a couple days. That's why. Lindy hasn't had an MLB show in multiple weeks. Yeah, he's in Scotland. But he was on. We do college basketball. Oh yeah, you didn't see our March Madness show, dude. Our March Madness shows were crazy. Yeah, our March Madness shows were a lot of fun last year. They got a lot of. It was brand new. We did college basketball, and the March Madness shows got like a ton of views. Yeah, Toast, Andy, and Scoop all come on to do college basketball. We'll have. During the basketball season, it'll be college basketball live and then NBA right after. It'll be one long live show, right after another.
It's going to be glorious.
Someone said, I tell people I'm in finance. That's not lying. It's investing. Same thing. All right. So people voted for the Braves. God, I hope they're wrong.
I tell people I started a YouTube channel because it's just easier, and I feel bad every time I say it because I know Kyle really did it.
I mean, it's tough because, like, when people ask me, I'm like, I don't even know what to say. It's like a media company, I guess you could call it. It's just, I really don't know what to tell people.
Empire, another word for it.
the beginnings of one. Yankees won it. Mariners now up to -117.
Also, my son, shout out Wyatt, told me what the Rizzler is.
Oh my God!
What are we doing, guys?
We don't just Andy and they always talk about the Rizzler in the office. Andy and Prop Beaver, they love the Rizzler, and they try to make it seem like they're not just laughing at this little kid, but they're laughing at.
They are.
They're laughing at a kid, and they're like, "No, we're not laughing at him. We love him." It's like, dude, you see his face and immediately burst into laughter. That's laughing at him.
I had to spend 5 minutes of my night looking up the Rizzler and Hezbollah, and I'll never get that 5 minutes back. And it's a little bit irritating.
Just started watching at the beginning of baseball season. Oh, yeah, we're year-round, man. We're year-round. The basketball season is fun. I have good NBA guests that come on, too. Like Ski comes on and Crispy Cap and UCap.
I like Josh Lander.
Lander comes on. Yeah, we have a good NBA. The college basketball is pretty much our guys, like Scoop and Andy and Toast. But NBA, I have a good rotation of regular guests. Basketball season is fun here. I've
never talked to Josh, but I used to watch him on the lines like years ago. Him and somebody else used to do the lines because I always thought it was cool because the guy he did it with was like really big into like high school sports. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, Josh comes on.
You can tell that he does his work. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
It's respectable for sure.
All right, leg number 3. Yo, there's no Silverback is not banned from this show or anything. I don't know where that came from,
dude.
People say that in the comments. I don't know where that came from. It's like a weird rumor that started in the comments.
No, it's because I
was just texting him yesterday. Literally yesterday, he was texting me. Like we're not like we're friendly. There's no, I don't know where that came from.
I guess for me, and I'm sure you feel the same way. Like, there's no reason to hate somebody. Like, I mean, everybody's enjoying having a good time. Like,
I think it's just like because he came on. I have random guests on all the time. It's not like if someone comes on, that means they're going to be on every day. And the time you came on, you guys got into an argument about Freddie Peralta. So the people then took it as like, whoa, they hate each other. It's like, I don't think they really care. That's
Nope. I've had a couple conversations with him after.
yeah. I talked to him.
Zero hate. I mean, we could play into it if you
I
guys
feel
really
like
want
we
it.
have to have him on just
To clear the air.
Yeah, just to put an end to the conspiracy theory that he's banned from this show or something. All right, Astros money line. Oh, okay. So we got to go second places. The second place finishers were Guardians, Yankees, Mets, Diamondbacks. Guardians, Yankees, Mets, Diamondbacks. Guardians, Yankees, Mets, Diamond.
Is there 3 in there already?
Yeah.
What's the third one?
It's Braves, Dodgers, Astros.
Come here, Manny. Come here. Oh, shit.
Appreciate it, Sly Knight. Said he started watching beginning of baseball season and then never misses a show. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, the baseball show was that's what's like the beginning of our live streams. I've been putting out football videos is how I got my start, but the live shows started with baseball. Because me, Toast, and Prop Fever used to do a conference call. Because we used to put out the Sauce Network ticket every day. It wasn't like, here are my picks. We used to have a conference call where we would go through the games. And, like, it ended up being kind of funny on that call. So we're like, people would probably listen to this. That's how it started.
Literally, like, it's crazy, but that's dead serious. We would literally be on the call for like an hour, and then Sauce was like, you know what? I think people would literally just listen to this.
Yeah, because we were going through the games and like ripping on each other, and like people would definitely listen to this. So that's how the live show started.
Ripping on each other. That's to say it lightly.
Yeah, Prop Fever needs to do baseball next year, man.
Dude, I missed him.
Hey, dude, he's got to do baseball next year. You Capper, what's up, man? Almost NBA time.
Is there WNBA today?
Yes. Yeah, you Capper, you want to come back on for WNBA with Chris? 4 o'clock or 3:45? 3:45.
I'm down to tail you Capper or fade.
It's the last game. It's the last day of the season. I believe 5 games, and I'm pretty sure it's playoffs after this. Mets money line, by the way, is the last line.
Okay. Good choice, people. Did you see the purple seat for Grimace?
I heard about it. I didn't physically see it.
381.
381. So a little bit of a square one, as per the community. Braves money line, Dodgers money line, Astros money line, Mets money line plus 381. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back at 3:45 p.m. We're gonna go live 15 minutes early with Chris and hopefully Ronald. He can't make it today, he said. So we'll be back with Chris at 3:45 to go through the 5 NBA games. Then at 4 p.m. we'll do football. Tonight's Thursday night football. Tonight's college football game, and then we're gonna do about 6 or 7 extra football games for the weekend. Everyone, see you in a few hours. Hopefully we win some baseball bets today. Thanks for watching.